Guru Johnson with you, 95.7 The Game. Trying to get this thing fixed.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm gonna let you start the show today till I get this thing figured out. But I will say this: I'm gonna let people in on a little bit of a secret.
What you got?
The last thing he said to Bonte as he left the studio before we came on the air.
This might be snitching now,
No,
Steiny.
I don't think so.
You always run it Evan early.
He said, no. You said,
oh boy,
that one hurt last night.
Oh, okay. I'm okay.
That's me. But that one hurt last night. Okay.
Can I elaborate?
That's why I want you to start the show.
Good morning, everybody. Pre-payday Friday on a Thursday. I left out of here thinking Draymond Green was going to be in the starting lineup. I really did. Like, that was not on the Warrior bingo card. Okay. And, again, I'm no doctor. I heard the guys this morning talk about Warrior fans in general during this whole run. And, Steiny, you know if they don't win another chip, we're fed. This thing has been incredible. But I love hard, and I'm focused, you and I, about this season. And not once did I think Draymond Green would not be available. I don't know if it was Luka-itis, the Luka flu, but if it's your back, why aren't you somewhere in a hotel laying down resting? And to see him on the bench and letting his brothers go to battle when you need that game, I can't say sit well with me. I just felt like they lost before the game started. And here we go again, another chapter of Curry's not out there, big game, Dre's not out there. And I just wasn't expecting that. And I know you're looking at me like, Goo, come on.
Well, he has a history of this.
There
it goes back a decade. So, again.
Why am I surprised?
Yeah.
Why I'm hurt surprised? More than surprised.
All right.
Like, you left out of here. We
Draymond has a history of not playing when Steph's not playing.
Oh, man.
Just like Draymond has a history of picking on certain guys. Just like Draymond's going to be a Hall of Famer. Just like Draymond's one of the best defensive players of all time. Just like he's one of the most unique players at his position. It's just part of his reputation. He doesn't play too often when Steph doesn't play.
But that's when leaders step up, when other leaders are out.
Right, but he's a 12, 13-year veteran. I mean, like we've seen this consistently throughout the course of his career. What else?
Happy birthday, Steph Curry.
Oh, yes, 36.
Yeah, 30.
Fair.
Okay, fair. I feel like he's playing at 32 level or 31 when it comes to on the court. I have reserved myself, Steiny. I'm not going to come in here and be disappointed today. I'm not. But I have gotten myself ready and prepared. It looks like the Warriors are going to be a part of the playing game
Probably.
at the 10th seed.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Slater of The Athletic had a piece I missed that. On The Athletic. I mean, they're looking at 9 or 10.
Man.
Because they don't have the tiebreaker against Dallas. They don't have the tiebreaker against Sac. They don't have the tiebreaker against Phoenix. They lose all those tiebreakers. So they're 3.5 behind Dallas right now. It may as well be 4.
Oh, man.
So they're looking at 9 or 10.
What happened after the Milwaukee game, Steiny? When everything was looking up and we were talking about Dr. J, the 6th seed. Well, Curry got hurt, I guess.
Well, let's not forget.
They were losing with Steph to the Bulls. Okay,
thank you.
That's a fact.
They were down 10 in that game that Steph played against Chicago.
And you and I were talking, Steiny. I hope you don't think I'm mad at you.
No, you yelled at me.
No.
Yeah, no, you yelled at me before the show. Evan is afraid to vouch, but he will. No, you did.
I think you're learning me. This is passion. It's never anger to you. Yeah, you came to Norm's 84.
Yeah, and I wish I hadn't.
No, but hey, listen, now that hurts. But Steiny, you look at me like I'm yelling. I'm frustrated, man. Well, and Draymond Green to be on the bench, go lay down just for the optics. We needed you. That was Luka-itis.
Let me tell you what hit me last night. And this is kind of, I think, why you jumped me before the show.
Partner, I love you so. I did, man. I just feel bad that you think I did. Go ahead.
Championship came up before the show, and Evan said, why are we even talking about championship right now?
I'm going to give you one for your Evan.
Well, people are, You still have hope this team can win a championship. Okay. Here's what I would say to that. And I know you don't like when I separate. Forget championship. Let's use a run.
All right.
Let's use a push. Let's use success. What's a success? Let's say reaching their potential. Bottom line is this.
What is?
It's not the young guys that are in the way of this team reaching its potential or being the best team they can be. It's the old guys. It's the old guys. That's where we're at now. I think. I think.
Well, you were without two of them yesterday.
Well, that's part of the issue that needs to be put into the equation. If you are going to say we're riding and dying with Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
Yes.
You must be prepared to have players able to fill in a fair amount of games when they don't play. I mean, this year, Clay and Steph have been terrific. I don't think they've missed 8 games between them. But Draymond's missed 20 plus. So if you're going to ride with a core that's aging, you have to be prepared to play games without him. Otherwise, you're just going to lose those games because you don't have enough. But what we're finding is they can't just give away games if their veterans either don't play or don't play well, because then you find yourself in the 9th or 10th seed.
Which they're at now.
I mean, Clay was terrible. Chris Paul was not very good. Wiggins was, Wiggins. And then you missed Clay, and then you missed Steph and Draymond. I mean, how were they going to win that game last night?
And Luka didn't have his best performance.
And that's something that nobody wants to hear it. But I thought they played hard.
I'm with you.
They played pretty good D on Luka Doncic.
I'm with you.
The young guy, and Kuminga was terrific. 6 turnovers, but you know what? That's going to happen when a young player has to do too much.
10 free throws.
So, I guess what did you expect to happen last night without Steph Curry?
Well,
and then without
there you go.
You know who?
Yeah. Let's start there for me. And I love this team. Steiny, when the news came down that Dre was out, I was like, how does this happen? And some 2 guys are going to have stellar games, not game. And that did not happen on the offensive end for Klay Thompson. Again, I expected them to lose when I got the news that Dre was not playing. And again, I cannot sit here and tell anybody that they didn't bust their ass and play hard. They definitely did. There were a couple times I'm like, oh, okay. But here we are, Steiny. Saturday, I guess, is not losing meaning for me because you want this team to start and get some type of momentum that'll carry over when you do get to the play-in game. But, I mean, dropping this game, losing the game to the Bulls, Saturday to San Antonio, it's like, okay, you go knock off LA. I guess you're playing for 9th now, right?
Yeah.
So it is a big game.
You're playing for 9th. I think you're playing for 9th right now. You try to win as many games as you can. Maybe somebody comes back to you, but it's and if you lose to LA, then you don't have the Lakers tiebreaker.
Right.
Then you're looking at 10 almost certainly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm looking at that game last night, and believe it or not, it's 76-72.
Right.
One possession into the 4th quarter, and you're thinking, you know what? Dallas is not playing well. They seem to be, I wouldn't say mailing it in, but they weren't playing with a lot of force. Warriors down 4, I'm thinking, you know what? They could steal something here, maybe.
I had that feeling.
Then you know what happened? I mean,
the Kyrie Irving left-handed and one.
Well, I mean, Clay missed 4 straight shots.
No, I hear you.
Let his man go by him.
Yeah.
Chris Paul and Klay Thompson were 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter combined. And they didn't even play. They didn't play late in the game. So that game got out of hand late in the fourth or early in the fourth quarter with those guys.
And Dallas can shoot worth a damn from 6 of 27, kept the Warriors in the game. But P.J. Washington, Steiny Gafford, if I see them, Jones Jr., if I see them dunk wide open in the paint one more time, my head's going to explode. But all in all, like you said, it was there for the taking. Can you elaborate on the text you sent? It hit me, Steiny. It was about Pods, kind of like it was the position he was in was kind of unfair.
Yeah. Pods is Podziemski's had a nice.
I was like, damn.
Podziemski's had a good rookie year, real good. I don't know if he's a starter in the NBA. I think he's probably starting more because of circumstance, but I think he's a rotation player. But if you look at that team last night, you don't have Steph Curry and you don't have Draymond Green. And I noticed everybody saying, well, Pods trying to do too much, and now Pods is losing some efficiency. Yeah, he is. You know why? Because they're asking him to do too much.
Right.
They had nobody on the floor last night that I would consider a playmaker other than Podziemski. A guy who can get into the lane, try to get a shot off, kick to a shooter. You'd be like, what about Chris Paul? Chris Paul gets all his stuff off that little high pick and roll now, and he gets his elbow jumper or the alley-oop.
I was going to say Kuminga.
Fine. What?
Kuminga?
No, Kuminga's not a playmaker for another guy. Clay's not a playmaker for another guy. Wiggins doesn't playmake for anybody else. Peyton II doesn't playmake for anybody else. Moody can't playmake for anybody else. They have to play Podziemski in a game like that because they have nobody else who can create something for somebody other than themselves. Draymond can do that. Now, he does it more when he holds the ball. Steph can do it when he's penetrating or dribbling. But Moody's, they don't have any creators other than Podziemski when those two guys are out.
Steiny, and is backing you up, man.
So I get it. Podziemski's efficiency's gone down, which I expect because they're asking him to do more than he should. Yeah, Beard, that's what I'm saying. CP3. Yeah, CP3 likes that pick and roll where he can get to the elbow and make a decision. That's his play. But when it comes to beating a guy off the dribble, getting into the lane, and creating for somebody else,
man,
Podziemski does that right now better than Chris Paul.